say thank y'all for coming out and welcome to the Prosperity Podcast Live. Make some noise. Okay, so before we get started, I think it's only right if we just do a formal introduction. I'll start off. I am Samia. Not that's my own name, I'm nervous. I'm Samia, owner of Prosperity Podcast. I'm an entrepreneur, content creator, mom, wife, all that good stuff.
Hi everyone, I am Shauna Marie. I am a content creator, mental health therapist by day, content creator midday, fiance by night, about to get married in 21 days. Yeah, so I'm an entrepreneur, content creator, and mental health therapist. So I am licensed in Ohio. If anybody need me, I do take clients as young as 12 years old.
Dang, I don't know if I can beat all that. But yeah, my name is Zell Johnson. I'm a photographer, videographer, entrepreneur. I own a creative space called Recognized Studios. A husband, a father, everything. Superman, that's who I am.
Hey y'all, I am Courtney. I am a self-published author. I am a content creator. I have a business called True Decay where I sell luxury silk scarves, and it is also branded with wellness. I give daily motivation to my audience. What else do I do? Lord Jesus. I am a child of God. Okay, we're going to mention him because he is in the room. Because without him, we are literally nothing. I am just honored and happy to be here. Let's give Samia her flowers for this event. Hello. Okay, I can talk, but I'm going to pass it.
Hi, I'm Celeste. I am a mommy, a serial entrepreneur. I own several businesses, and I'm just so happy to be here. Thank you, Samia.
Thanks for coming.
Hi, I'm Robin. I'm the owner of Rock and Robin's Takeout. So I own a restaurant.
Okay, restaurant.
It's a very
Busy life that I live, but I enjoy it. So.
How y'all doing? I'm Don's. Y'all know me as Donnie, but they're not as well. Army vet, I'm in the Mega South Returning Incorporated. Army vet, care coordinator, mental health, and marketing needs. I am the GOAT.
Yeah.
Can we give it up for all the panelists? So we just gonna start with you, Donnie. So what inspired you to become an entrepreneur?
I came out here because I love running my own schedule. I love people telling me what to do. I love creating things in general. I just love creating ideas that come to my mind and making it come to life.
That's a good answer. Robin?
I feel that I basically always was into cooking. I love food, like that's passion. So I feel that in college, that's where I started my business, and I was at the point where like I kind of needed extra money, but like I knew my schedule was really busy. So instead of going to try and find a job that would fit with my schedule, I started selling food out of my dorm and creating my own schedule. Didn't know that this was gonna be my lifestyle or my career, but here I am today.
Your food good too.
So with me, I definitely would say the extra income, like working a full-time job, you calculate your paychecks, there's so much you can make, like even with promotions, so that extra income, especially with having kids, definitely helps. And then just the creative side of it, like jobs sometimes limit you from being as creative as you want to be, but when you're an entrepreneur, you have that ability to express all of your creativeness, and I just love that, so.
Okay, what made me want to be an entrepreneur? Honestly, like being transparent, what made me want to be an entrepreneur is just not punching in nobody's clock.
Okay.
I want to be on my own time. I want to set my own rules, my own standards, my own everything. So I started my first business called Camellia the Branch, selling tracksuits and sunglasses and flip-flops, anything I can get my hands on. That was like 3 years ago. So when I seen that go crazy and the streets was talking, Camellia the Branch is that, I was like, okay, let me get the street something that they need that's gonna leverage and that's gonna teach them. And that's when I started writing the book. I was like, you know what? What really made me start writing a book as an entrepreneur, it was never about the money or how big the book can sell or who can get it. It was the story that was being told. The audience, the people that needed it to know that, like, anything that happens in life, trials and tribulations, you are never alone. You're not by yourself. Somebody has went through that. Somebody has experienced that. Like, you have so much life to live. So just being an entrepreneur isn't just about selling an item or a product. It's about the people that you can reach, or the people that's very in tune with you as a person. So it's just more than just a business. It's a brand. It's the image. It's something that's going to be here longevity. That's my, okay.
That was good, Courtney. That was good.
That was good. Clap it up for it. But what made me want to be an entrepreneur was just having fun with the craft of taking pictures and videos. I never thought about getting paid. What ended up happening is just got better. The more I got better, the more people started reaching out, and I was pretty much building my business on the go, figuring out packaging, how to edit, and building a website. So really it was just having fun, and in the midst of having fun, I realized this is an expensive hobby. I got a family. My wife like, dang, you doing this for free all the time? Like, come on now. So I did. But it was just like, I was trying to build my portfolio where it's to the point where now I can shoot anything and do anything. But then what made me want to own my own space was just trying to create an environment that didn't exist. And me, I came from a media background doing interviews and hosting events and stuff like that. So pretty much created a space where I'm not limited. I'm able to just do whatever I imagine on being on the creative side. So that's what made me really want to be an entrepreneur. But definitely making extra money. Who don't want to make extra money? I mean, we all have talents that we might haven't tapped into yet, but definitely tap into it. I mean, this was a hobby for me where eventually I made it into a profitable business. So that's what made me want to be an entrepreneur.
I think for me, like a lot of the panelists, like I was really chasing like freedom. So like I was a 9-to-5 social worker working in a high school, salary, all for the summer, still get paid, holidays, Christmas break, spring break. It was sweet. But for me, like I have to make an impact. I need to be challenged. I need to be creative in whatever I'm doing. So I found myself getting really burnt out and bored going to work. So I quit after 1 year. Like I was just like, I don't want this. I quit, went to Turks and Caicos for a week, for Memorial Day, came back, snacked the cheese up from the summer. But it was really for me to change, to be intentional. Like when you work a 9-to-5, it's hard to get off your doctor's appointments. It's hard to squeeze in the gym. It's hard to go to Pilates or whatever. Like now I have to wake up, hit a joint, drink coffee. Shoot, you wanna go to the mall real quick? And I got a therapy client in the car. What's up? How your day been? So like I get to really control what I want to do, and I enjoy that. And now that I do have more time on my hands by chasing, the entrepreneur life and taking that risk, I can do other things like like watch my sister kids. You feel me? Or slide and go do this errand in the middle of the day. So it was really based on having that control over my life, whether it's how much I make, my schedule, my freedom, or if I want to go to Morocco tomorrow.
Good answer, Sean. Good. And for me, both my parents are entrepreneurs, so I grew up seeing my parents create their own schedule, do what they wanted to do. So it was just like, it was only right that I was an entrepreneur. Like it was in me. I just felt like it was in me. And I knew it was in me because I just couldn't keep a job. Like, I don't have a job, I'll be doing good, I'll be excited, and then one day I'll be like, man, I'm gonna leave. Like I just get on some like, I have to do what I want to do. And Macy's was my last job, like before I moved to Cleveland, because y'all know I'm from Cincinnati. Cincinnati in the building, make some noise. But before I moved here, I was visiting a lot, and my last job was Macy's, and I would make my own schedule. So I would work one weekend, the next week I go to Cleveland. So the weekend I'm at home, I'm checking the schedule dang, I ain't on the schedule. They fired me. I was just like, you know what, I was already doing wigs, I I've always had a hustle. I used to sell candy, I used to make jewelry, I used to make jeans. Everybody in the city know I used to cut their jeans, bleach their jeans. Yeah. And then I went to college and I started curls for college girls. So I was doing hair and my mom do hair. So I've been around here my whole life. I was doing hair, I was making wigs. So when I was working at Macy's, it's like, man, I'm making more money doing my own thing than working here. So one day, I just left. Like I said, I checked the schedule. I went on the schedule, so I was fired. But it was okay. It was okay, and I haven't had a job since. So, yeah. So my next question is for you, Zell. How did your background or past experience contribute to your entrepreneur path? I know you shared a few things on Instagram, and so I felt like that would be the perfect question for you.
Dang, I gotta be the first.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all cool. It's all cool. So my background, like I tell people, I come from the struggle, a single mom, father sold drugs. Really like a 1% chance of either being in jail or dead. You know what I'm saying? I didn't let my environment make me who I didn't want to be. So, you know, I was raised around people who was making fast money. Did it inspire me? Yeah, it did, just because who don't want to make fast money? You know what I'm saying? A lot of money at that. So, with my background, I learned how to hustle, but also I know how to create. You know what I'm saying? When we went through the struggle, staying with my grandmother, there's 5 of us in one bedroom, I used to create content and stuff like that. So it's just like, I always say my hard times is my good times, just because sometimes when I'm going through rock bottom, I always create something like dope. You know what I'm saying? Even in my business, like last year I came up with Content Day. And the reason why I came up with Content Day is just because I'm like, it's not a lot of creators that meet all in one spot at once. So it was just like, in that situation, I come up with these ideas where it's just like, man, this is actually working. So my background is, I'm happy what happened in my background, just because it made me who I am. It made me very humble and thankful, and let me know, like, you can do anything that you put your mind to, you know. Even though, like, your surroundings might not look good, but you can make something out of it, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it.
Good answer. I forgot how to move. And my next question is for Courtney. I'm gonna go in order to make it smooth.
Okay.
So Courtney, what advice would you give someone who is considered starting a business?
Oh, this is a real good. Okay. We got any entrepreneurs in the audience?
If you're an entrepreneur,
Okay.
if you're an entrepreneur.
Okay, we're trying to pick it. Any advice I would tell y'all starting, for me, it's only coming from me. Let's start here. Find something that you enjoy doing, because it's literally going to take you far. One of my main slogans or quotes that I give my audience or listeners or readers is that your passion's going to take you far. If you have a passion for it, it's going to drive you to the climax, like above everything else, because you're going to enjoy doing it. You're not going to feel like it's a job. You're not going to feel like you're being forced. You're going to be happy to go to work because it's your job, it's your task, it's your creativity. That's the only advice that I can give you. Make sure that you get your own timeline written out, your schedule on. I'm going to work on my craft and my dream and my vision for this many hours and get it done. And not even just that, it's about like staying consistent and wanting it done. That's the best part, is because you want to see the fruits of the labor actually expand. You gonna want to see it happen, like, oh yeah, you know, I did that. All me, baby. I created that, and it's going skyrocket, and it's going crazy, because the support is going to be endless, because you put your all into it, and somebody didn't force you to make it happen or put it on you like this is the rule that has to get done. But no, because you gonna want to do it. So just make sure it's your passion. Make sure you enjoy it. Make sure you like it. Don't just get into a business because of the money. Get into it because you like it, you enjoy it. You like creating, you like making magic happen. You like seeing something turn into the biggest thing you couldn't even imagine. So I love creating. I be so just happy, because I was just so happy to be here. Not even that, but to create, to understand that it's so much power in the things that you are able to bring to life if you actually just put your mind to it. So yeah, make sure it's your passion, make sure you all in, and make sure that it makes you happy.
That's a really good answer. And if you don't mind, I want to piggyback off of that. I feel like, it's important to be passionate about something because when you do it for the money, it's never going to work. When you do it for the money, it's never going to work. Like if you just money-based, it's not going to work. So, good answer. So my next question is for Celeste. And Celeste, I wanted to ask you, how do you define success for yourself and for your businesses?
So I'll start because success for myself is different from success for my businesses. I would say success for my businesses, profit, making money, seeing what I'm doing is actually like my overhead is not exceeding my profits, making sure that I'm doing things with integrity, like I'm not just doing anything for the money, but doing things that are true to the values of the business. I would say that would be success for the business. Success for myself looks a little different because I'm a mom, so like success would just be like me completing the day with my kids having a good day, I'm having a good day, business having a good day, and then I work a full-time job still,
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So achieving everything with the businesses, the kids, my house, my family, that's like success for me. But also accolades too, because whenever I complete something, I feel an urge of success. Like if I cross off a goal, even if it's one, if you set 5 goals and you cross off 3, that's still a big accomplishment. Like that's still success in my eyes. So reaching any goal I set for myself, for my businesses, for anything I'm doing, I would say that's success.
That's a good answer, Celeste. Rockin' Robins. What do you wish you'd known before starting your entrepreneur journey?
Okay, I wrote my answers down because I'm not really a big public speaker, but let's see.
All right. They wanted us to hear that. We're supposed to hear that.
Okay, could you repeat that one? Which one was the question?
So, my question to you was, what did you wish you had known before starting your entrepreneur journey?
Okay. So originally this started as a hobby, so I never really planned on, like I just said, this being something that I did full time. But using, wait. I didn't plan on it being full time or using it as the main income, but I did decide to take it as a career. So once I did that, I started pursuing like jobs in the culinary industry because like since I was a graduate of Toledo, but I didn't go to culinary school. So once
EDO.
yeah. So once I realized that that was my passion and that's what I really wanted to do, by not going to culinary school, I wanted to still learn. And I learned a lot from the different jobs. This was also one of my last jobs here at the Ford, cooking for them here. But yeah, I learned so much from even this place. I worked at a few other restaurants in Cleveland, and I worked with some chefs from Atlanta because it was a restaurant that I worked at. And yeah, I learned so much from everybody around me. But I feel that I learned as much as I would have going to culinary school just from like working in the industry. And that's what I set myself up to do. Because I knew at the end of the day, like I wanted my own stuff since I was already doing that. Like I was selling, while I was still working in all these different kitchens that I was still selling food and doing catering and private dinners for myself. So I was just taking everything that I was learning and applying it to my own business because I knew one day that I would have my own stuff. That was my plan, and that's what's going on now. So, yeah.
That's smart. So basically networking and being in a room with like-minded people.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is very important. All right, Donnie, so I know you've been in mental health for about 5 years now. So I wanted to ask you, how do you manage stress and uncertainty that comes with being an entrepreneur?
Self-care. Really, just like big self-care. Having time for yourself. My biggest self-care is really just like just working out. I love to work out. I love to, when I drive, sometimes I don't have my car on. I don't get out my car when I'm music on. They call me on, right? The music gonna be on. So multiple, like, majority of the times the music gonna be on, because I'm talking about it's all I hear is loud music. So I like to connect my thoughts while I'm driving to see what's the next move gonna be. But I need to figure out next, what the next move gonna be for my family. You feel what I'm saying? So just self-thoughts, collecting myself, praying to God, and working out.
That's good. That's good. We're gonna do one more question, and then we're gonna do our intermission, our entertainment.
Okay.
So, I think I wanna ask Shauna, can we pass the mic to Shauna, please? So, Shauna, girl, hey girl, what's one thing that aspiring creators should focus on to increase their chances of success when being a content creator, starting off?
I think they should just focus on being themselves. You know, when I first started being a content creator, it really kind of just started from just showing people recaps from like my vacations that I've been all over the world, especially when I studied abroad in undergrad and grad school. So it kind of just started like, oh, I can edit, I can throw reels together, you know. And then I kind of went into fashion, which I did truly enjoy, but then we was in the era where everybody wanted to wear, you know, athletic stuff. So I'm like, I'm going to pass from over here. So after a lot of trial and error, going through a lot of different businesses, I had 2 businesses that I shut down. I used to sell clothes and I was a travel agent, which still aligns. I mean, I know how to dress good and I still travel, but I just didn't have a passion in it, so I decided to move to the left. So once I moved to the left from that, I just was like, you know what, I'm about to just do me. I'm about to just do me on social media. Like, I just showed up being myself, you know, showing people like how me and my fiance stayed with my mom in her basement to, you know, about our house, to stay about our house. I showed people like, you know, how, you know, me and my siblings persevered through being in foster care and my mom being addicted to drugs, and how I'm out here still living my best life. You know, that didn't shake me at all. It didn't tell me what I needed to be. It didn't define me. So I started showing up and being the open book that I am in person. I'll tell my story to anybody. I don't care. Like, you feel me? Because if you look at this resume, it's real heavy, and I want to show people that you can make it no matter what you've been through. So that's kind of like my approach with my content, because I'm also a mental health therapist. So I just take that approach. So I'll say for content creators that are just now starting out, just show up and be you. Don't try to compare it to all the other content creators that's in the sky rises and they got the Gucci Louis Truies and, you know, all that. You try to compare yourself from aesthetics and editing techniques. Like, just show up and be you, because anybody can relate from some way, some type of shape or form. So just showing up, being authentic, being transparent, and being consistent. I'm not that consistent yet, y'all.
Girl,
but
she on my timeline every day. Sis is consistent.
Right. Consistent enough. I guess it depends on how you define consistent though. But yeah. So just being consistent. So I just say just show up and do you.
Thank you. That was a really good answer.
Bringing you down and not allowing you to operate. Because sometimes we gonna take it there, but them triggering moments and you don't know how to react because you in a frenzy, you gotta figure out what is that's bothering you and heal the root. So as I mentioned, my 3rd book is called The Power of Healing, and I ain't telling nobody, but I'm releasing it this year on my birthday, June 23rd. But y'all, yes, like I told y'all, I like to talk, and I'm gonna take it there, but self-care is key. Figure out what makes you happy, figure out what brings joy into your heart, and literally take some time for you. Like, sometimes you gotta say no to everybody else, because you are your main priority, and that is just everything.
Great answer.
All these answers are amazing. I just say that. For me, prioritizing self-care. So I love to journal. Like, even before I had like actual journals, I just would write on my notes, and I feel like that helps so much. It just releases it from your body, just like praying and journaling. Like, you just release it. Like, whatever's on your mind, that can sometimes cloud your vision and just have you stuck sometimes. So you need to just write it down, forget about it, pray about it, leave it up to God, anything like that. So journaling, that's how I'm like my priorities. Like, I try to make sure I at least journal once a week just to release whatever was going on in that week. And then you definitely have to take time for yourself. Like, when you look good, you feel good. Like, it's nothing wrong with going to get your hair done, your nails done, anything done to like a massage, like certain things are not just super luxurious, like they're actually good for your body. Like yeah, you should go get it just for you, just to feel good. Because you will experience burnout, especially as an entrepreneur, because you can work so many hours, you wear all the different hats and roles, and you're doing different things, so you need to take some time just for you where you're doing something you enjoy. That also comes into like having a hobby that's not money related. So a lot of my things, like people are like, what's your hobby? And I'm like, well, I love doing makeup, I love making stuff, but I get paid for that. So it's not really a hobby. I'm not just doing it for fun, for enjoyment. So I feel like taking time to find an actual hobby, something you want to do outside of making money for it, that helps with self-care because you need to decompress and just have a good time. Like, you don't need to have to worry about like, am I going to get paid for this? Am I doing this for money? Like, do I have to post a picture of it? Like, you're just doing something for you. Like,
Okay. Well, I always have been on my self-care. I, like y'all said, massages. I go to do a facial real quick. My hair, nails, lashes, whatever the case may be. But back to what you were just saying about finding a hobby that doesn't like relate to money. Before I opened my store, I really realized like I enjoy walking in nature. Like that's something that really brings me to peace. Like I could walk all day. Like right now, it's just now starting to get back warm outside, so I haven't really been able to get that in like I want to, and that really does help. Like with my mental, that does wonders. Like I be feeling so free when I get out. Like when I get back to my car after I'm walking, I feel so free. But these winter months, I haven't been able to do that. And going to the gym is like that's still good, but like to me, walking on the treadmill is not the same. It's like walking outside. For a visual, I need to like. I'm a Cancer, I don't know, but we're water signs. Water, like, in nature, just brings peace to me. So, like, I realized that, and I just can't wait to get back to my little walks because that helps me so much, especially with my, like, busy life. Like, it'd be a lot, but that definitely helps me, so.
My answer probably won't be as long as theirs. No offense, y'all, but I already kind of like already piggyback on it. Like I said, like my self-care time is just being by myself sometimes, like being my own thoughts. If I don't feel like talking to you, I'm not answering the phone. My phone will be up, do not disturb. And like she said, piggyback on that, I do like going to the beach. I'm a fire sign, I'm an Aries, so like the water do calm me down.
Yeah.
So working out, like I said already, and just praying to God. My shit's short.
God definitely helped tremendously when he gets around. I don't want to forget about him because I go to church. That's it.
So I'm gonna answer. How I prioritize self-care? I feel like I'm still learning, honestly. Like, especially being a mom and just having another baby. I've just been trying to get out. Like, that's how I prioritize self-care. Being a stay-at-home mom, I just try to get out, have some adult interactions, get my hair, my nails done, a massage from time to time. And I like to go on walks too. So I'll just go outside and just walk. Like, I'll just go outside and be like, take a deep breath. So like, sometimes that fresh air it helps. And just being around like-minded people that you can talk to and understand. And praying, really locking in with God, really talking to God, even if things is good, just still saying, thank you. That's self-care too. So, yeah, gratitude. Gratitude is definitely part of self-care. So, before we wrap it up, did y'all have anything that y'all wanted to say before I open it up to the audience to ask y'all questions,
I just gonna say, go ahead now, you got it.
I just want to say, Samia, I'm proud of you.
Yes.
So I remember like a month ago, we was talking about this event, and you was nervous how it was going to turn out, right? Look out there.
Yes.
So you can support us, you did a good job, and I told you, once the weeks coming up closer, start buying them tickets, right?
Thank you. And I was thinking about you too when it was coming in. I said, dang, you and after I did your interview, I had another interview with the poet, and he said the same thing. Like, Cleveland is late. They gonna buy tickets the day before. And a lot of y'all niggas bought tickets the day before. Hey, I just appreciate all of y'all coming. I appreciate y'all showing up. I appreciate y'all purchasing the ticket. This is just the first to many. And you want to say something, right? No, we good. I'm gonna let you know that when we afterwards. Well, did y'all want to tell y'all Instagrams? Y'all want to tell y'all Instagrams for people to follow y'all?
Mine is Shauna Marie, SHAWNA Marie, MARIE. 3 underscore, but I'm pretty sure if you put in Shauna M, I should pop up.
I just want to say thank you for the opportunity to do public speaking. Again, you know, great practice, and this was an amazing event, amazing turnaround. Keep doing it. Y'all keep supporting her. I mean, she got a YouTube channel, a mother, a wife. Keep supporting her. This was amazing. We need to do this more in Cleveland, you know, so my Instagram is Zell Johnson, ZELLE Johnson _. So it's gonna be kind of hard to find my name, but it's not really.
Okay, hey, first, yes, give a shout out to Samia for this amazing event. We give a shout out to the audience. Y'all can be anywhere in the world right now, but y'all can here with us. Gathering information, conversation, and just energy. Energy don't lie. One thing for sure, 2 things for certain. I've realized a couple panelists have said that they was nervous, but they literally gave y'all they all because of the energy in the room, and they was able. It's not even like a feeling that you get when you know the energy and the frequencies and everything feel natural and you can just flow. Nothing is made up, nothing is scripted. This is at home. It's sacred. You feel safe. You feel able. But hey y'all, for those that just walked in, everybody else that wasn't here at the beginning, I am Courtney, a self-published author, entrepreneur, and motivational specialist. Y'all can find me on Instagram at KORTYNIE. And every other social media platform, YouTube, TikTok, I'm on everything.
I do want to thank Samia again. Thank you for having us. This is an amazing event, amazing turnout. And then you can follow me on social media at Celeste. I'm Celeste. I own Shade Cafe, which is a glasses business. I own a photo booth, which is under the Selfie Club photo booth. So if you have a baby shower, birthday, anniversary, business launch, whatever you have, you can book our photo booth. I do custom items. That's under Amici Sorelle. So it's AMICI.SORELLE. And that is a business I have with my 2 best friends. We, the photo booth and the custom items. We make custom items, any drinkware, glassware, t-shirts, logos, tablecloths, anything, we can customize it. And then, I do makeup. I'm a makeup artist. So makeup by Celeste. So follow that too. If you want your makeup done and you're in Cleveland, I'm a traveling makeup artist, so I come directly to you. So that's all my info.
Okay. I want to also thank you, Samia, for having me, and also because you've been like motivating me to like take this step into entrepreneurship for like ever. So like thank you, because those words like definitely have impacted me. Like you want to say I used to always have thoughts, and y'all being entrepreneurs already definitely gave me a little inspiration. So thank you.
I'd love to hear that.
Thank you. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at rockin.robbins, ROBYNS, takeout. And yeah.
Y'all can follow me at Instagram at DAMDONS. I do go to best list in the city. And if you want mental help as well, my number is on the page as well. So if you got any kids that need some mental health problems, family, adults, anything, follow me either way you want to go.
And can we just give it up for the panelists one more time? And did anyone in the audience have any questions that they wanted to ask any of the panelists? Okay, you want to come? Oh, I'll bring you the mic. I'll bring you back.
Okay. This is for the parents. How do you guys separate, or how do you start a business with having a full-time job and being a mommy/daddy? How do you find the time to start the business? Because that's the biggest thing, is starting when you have such a big life, you have so many responsibilities. How do you find the time to start the business?
So for me, so when I first started my businesses, I didn't have all of them at once. It kind of like gradually came from me just being in business and new opportunities coming. But I would set aside my weekends. So Saturday mornings, I was thankful that me and my best friends, we were all on the same accord. We would meet every Saturday at the library. We would rent a room. We'd sit there for maybe 4 or 5 hours. Even the days that we didn't get stuff done, it was still good to just be there and like figuring stuff out, like planning what we need to do next, researching the business, the opportunities we wanted to do, the people we wanted to connect with. So you definitely have to set the time aside, and then a lot of times I did have to bring my kids to the library, which was unfortunate because it's like you gotta watch kids, handle business, kids running, they not listening. So it's a lot, but just start and then sacrifice the weekends or whatever time you do have. So we do weekday meetings, so maybe once or twice a week we'll also meet. So just setting that specific time aside, like I'm gonna work on this business, I'm gonna figure out what I need to do, where I need to start, and just go. Just start from there.
Thank you.
It's hard though, but you got it.
Yeah, thank you. Anybody else have a question?
I had something, a little input, but I would say take at least an hour of your day. At least an hour of your day. I remember building my brand while my son was asleep, while everybody was asleep. I would be up at night building my brand. You gotta understand, you can't try to do everything all at once. It's piece by piece. Like Nipsey Hussle said, brick by brick. So just, take your time with it. And pretty much just get started. Don't wait just because tomorrow's not promised. Just get started and just build as you go.
Okay. Has anybody relocated or had their business established and had to start completely over in a new location, like branding, anything like that? Do you have any tips for anybody who has done that?
Well, like I was saying before, I started my business out in Toledo, so that was always something so discouraging for me. Like when I moved back to Cleveland after college, having to start over. And then the stuff that I was selling was like Cleveland food. So out in Toledo, there wasn't no Cleveland food. So yeah, we ain't got too much nothing out there. But when I came back home, I'm like, dang, the stuff I'm selling is already on the streets already. Like all over, every corner you can find somewhere that sells the same stuff that I'm selling. So that kind of like discouraged me. Like I kind of stopped for about a good year also because I was back in my mom's house. I ain't really got the space to do what I was doing before. But everybody always used to tell me like, you have to find a way to separate yourself. Yeah. So like, regardless, like everybody be doing the same thing, but they're never gonna do it exactly how you do it. So yeah, it was discouraging, but I mean, hey, I'm here.
So I originally started in Cleveland in high school, doing nightlife events, right? In a house. So I never actually thought it would be like a event planner, party promoter, whatever you want to call it. But I had a good following when it happened. So after that, I went to the Army. After I went to the Army, I went to Toledo, got my degree in communications. And when I went to communications in college, I didn't know nobody. So basically, the biggest thing is networking, meeting people, getting out your comfort zone. I came back to Cleveland after I got my degree, 2018, 2019. I just scoped the city and seen what can I bring different to the table that nobody's doing right now. And I did it, and I'm still doing it. Just be different, bring what you got going on, and be confident in yourself.
any mistakes what is your biggest lesson you've taken that you took from your biggest mistake? That like the imprint that kind of maybe changed the flow of how you move throughout entrepreneurship.
Oh, this one, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna need a shout out to this one. This is my first time even expressing this, and honestly, this might be God during this moment, but I'm gonna be honest. I fumbled my PPP loan. I'm just gonna be very honest. But see, the difference between me and maybe everybody else is I didn't go after Gucci, Louis, Truly. Like I went after debt, and then I went on some vacations with my man. But I did, I paid a lot of debt off with it. I didn't even go towards my business. I'm gonna be very honest, and even the money that the money that I end up putting in my business, because if anybody know when you get the PPP loan, you do supposed to personally pay yourself, and you're supposed to put money into your business. So the money that was sitting in my account, I was so scared to spend it. I didn't know how to spend it as an entrepreneur, so I just spent it on me and my man and stuff. You feel me? I can't say the very good out of that situation was that we did get our credit scores together. Hence why we got a house. But I also will say that the biggest mistake is that knowing that you have to delegate to the right professionals when it comes to your business. That's one thing that I learned this time around with opening up my social media marketing agency is that if I'm not a professional in that area, if I don't know how to do it correctly, I have to delegate. And that comes from the mindset of being an entrepreneur is knowing the bigger, greater good of what's coming with delegating to these professionals. So I have an accountant, I have a business mentor now, so having those things put in place and knowing what you want to put in place will help me from making those mistakes again when it comes to the financial side of my business. But I will say if you did ever make a mistake in your business as an entrepreneur, you have to give yourself grace because it's trial and error. Even millionaires have lost money on investments, stocks, or made a bad project. Even look at Apple, they had bad products before too. They had to go through trial and error. So I hope that helps you in some shape or form.
I kind of wanted to piggyback off that, so I ran up here. One thing about being an entrepreneur, you got to be okay with having some wins and having some losses. I didn't have some big girl losses. I didn't have people dispute big girl charges, and there's nothing I could do about it. You just gotta take that L and just keep it pushing. And I know it's easier said than done, but being an entrepreneur for so long, it's just one of those things. It's a part of the game. So, like Shauna said, give yourself some grace because you probably gonna mess up again, and it's okay because nobody's perfect, and we human. So. Yeah, I just wanted to piggyback for that.
You're gonna have the losses for sure, right? But it's called learning from the losses.
Right.
And what you gonna do with that loss and what you learn from it and what you do better. So I'm gonna tell you my biggest loss. Me and a couple of my business partners, I had a party in Atlanta. I booked DJ Envy, right? So imagine coming to somebody else's territory, trying to go to an event. And they're like, you're not even from here. They do a free party against me. I lost altogether. I booked the DJ, I booked the venue, I bought all the liquor with my business partners. We lost $12,000 right after college. And we got so discouraged, like, we didn't even want to do parties no more. But you gotta trust yourself. You gotta trust God, you gotta trust your passion, what you love to do, and don't get discouraged when you do have a loss. Learn from it and keep going.
Great answer. Does anybody else want to ask anything? Don't be shy.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. No more questions? Anybody want to say anything? Well, all right. Well, I got a few games. I wanted to give away some stuff. Y'all gonna participate? Yeah. Okay. Y'all can participate too, panelists, if y'all get it. Okay, so my first question, my trivia question, is what was the lottery numbers that Mike Epps hit on All About the Benjamins? And don't keep talking about do-do-do-do-do. Go to 537. I need more than two numbers. Who did that get hit?
4537? No, he said He said, "Who was white around your lips?"
Okay, at least get like 3.
Okay, 13. I know it's
47.
35. 30.
No.
28.
47, 35.
23.
That was just saying. It's 15, 30, 37, 38. 45, 47. Y'all disappointed me with that. That's a
Now, if
weird
you would
number.
have asked what the old lady stole from the store, then I would have had it.
Oh, what the old lady still from the store? Okay, I get you. Okay, my next one is, what was the name of Nipsey Hussle's last album?
The Miracle.
Who knows? You gotta raise your hand.
Come on, you better know it.
Yeah. Clap for her, clap for her. They get it right there. You want to clap for a gift? You want a gift for a gift?
I want your problem.
Okay. Who was the founder of Microsoft?
I said, no,
Zell said it.
wait, you already won. I finally won, so.
Okay, so but if you know the answer, we're gonna go old school. Raise your hand. Don't yell it out. Where did Young Jeezy hide the rest of the yams? I gotta go, ooh. Go ahead. Hey. Hide the rest of the yams at my auntie house. Okay. It's a bonus one. Don't go look it up either. What was the name of the last episode of Prosperity Podcast? What was our last episode? She said,
What about the one before the last?
that don't count. You was my guest. Go ahead. No. You just Newcastle too. So nobody know? Well, I'm nervous. Y'all so funny. Okay. Let me think. Who in here are Aries?
Birthday was on Monday.
Who else is Aries other than Donnie? Ooh, no Aries. No Aries.
Ain't no Eric here? What's going on? They outside.
Well, I'm gonna get you something. Only Aries in here. That's crazy. Can y'all pass that to Donnie, please? And we're gonna do the raffle too. Shawnee, you gonna pick for me?
I did. You can pick it for me. I'll take a cup. I like that.
You might need to play without me.
I don't gamble for money.
All right, we're gonna do a few more. Good. Pass it out. Nisha? Oh, that's a Nisha. And I also wanted to give a gift to Tierra because she was the first person to buy a ticket. Tierra. And that's all for the event. I want to thank y'all all for coming out. Make sure y'all follow me merch for sale, some shirts, some hats. And before we go, I just want to thank the panelists. I want to thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for showing up, for giving great answers. And I got a little gift.
You're so sweet.
I don't know if anybody ever been on a panel, so I just wanted to make it special.